hard you're working. But then I hear you saying, bro, I see how hard you're working. And it's mutual appreciation.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with competition. It's we're about to go to this place like the Nationals were at in the middle of the season, right? Like somebody said, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go win this title. Like we're about to win these rings. We're about to get this. It don't look like it, but trust me, we're gonna be there. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, you know how hard it is to have this conversation with my wife sometimes?
Yeah.
It's like, honey, just fucking hold on.
Right.
Just hold on. Because we're about to fucking break through.
This ship is about to sail.
Like we're sailing.
That's right.
We're going to go through this storm, and by the time we get out this storm, we're going to look back and it's going to be, remember all those nights I was out? Remember all those nights where I was editing? Remember all those nights when we was fucking talking shit? Remember all those nights when I was fucking putting out content that nobody was listening to? All of a sudden, everybody wants to be here. Right. Episode 31, everybody. Listen to what I'm saying. When we hit episode 100, we will be making money.
Strong.
All right? And it's going to come sooner than y'all think. I don't know how it's going to fucking happen, but doors are going to open.
That's right.
Because this isn't an overnight thing.
Speak it into existence.
This isn't an overnight thing. This is hard work every fucking day. And I don't care if it's through stand-up. I don't care if it's through podcasting. It's going to fucking happen. I'm going to change my family's life one way or the other. I don't have a college degree, but guess what? I'm smart. I know that I'm fucking witty. And I know that this hard work and this adversity that I've been through with the weight loss, the fucking hardships, the fights, the damn near being arrested, going to fucking jail. Like, ain't nobody gonna tell me that the adversity that I've been through ain't worth shit.
That's right.
So, haters hate. Motherfuckers think I ain't funny. I'm gonna be the last one laughing, homie.
All we need is a choir back here. Because I feel it, bro. I mean,
I feel the rumblings, bro.
It comes from the bone marrows, bro, out into it, and like you could just feel the radiance. You know what I mean? Whenever people that go through things and they truly believe it, I mean, and I'm not trying to transition myself into it or anything.
Bro,
like that,
transition yourself into it. Do it.
But like, we're
about to change lives generationally.
My
people don't understand what I'm saying though.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest adversity was, not a lot of people know my background that I came from as far as religious. Like I apparently to the world even now,
we're hardcore.
We're hardcore Christians, right? To the world, we're hardcore Christians, and we've been told that to our faces, which was amazing.
Insane. By the way, go listen to that podcast, Rudy Ramsey's UNG Odyssey. If you want to listen to the conversation, though,
it was a great combo. I walked around my whole life saved, not believing that I was saved. I walked around my whole life until I was about 23, 24 years old, condemned. And living my life like condemned, and then I had to work and perform in order for me to, to really, to do something, for me to go to heaven, or for me to, and that reflected not only into my spiritual life, but into like my physical life. Everything that you're seeing now, I mean, my mentality was so, what's the point? And it goes to show you like what the way that you were brought up as a child, which is how you were saying. I am not supposed to be here either, bro. Like,
no, we're not. Like, you think about where we come from, right? And before you finish your story, tell me how many people make it out. I like legitimately make it out.
I can't count how many. I can't count it on 2 hands or 2 feet how many of my friends have passed away since graduating high school and since I was in high school. Or worse. To me, it sucks that they lost their lives, but at least they're not in the misery. How about the people that are still in the fucking misery, bro? If I could transfer my thoughts and and the reality that I know who we are, and if I could transfer my brain and pop it into their brains just for even
20 minutes,
I can guarantee you that things will change. And it goes back to what I was saying. It's a mindset. Growing up where we grew up, and it's like, it's literally, it kind of feels like we're in a freaking cage. Just like, you remember the Simpsons movie, how the city was in a bubble?
Yeah. That's what it is.
That was reality, and everything outside of it is not, bro.
And it's weird because there's a couple Florida comedians out here, and they say the same shit. They say the same fucking shit we're talking
crazy,
about.
Bro.
And it doesn't matter if you're from Tallahassee, from Orlando, from Miami. I don't know what it is. Yo no sé si es santería. I don't know if it's the fucking brujeria, the voodoo, whatever. But there's something in that Florida dirt.
In that Florida water, in that Florida everything, bro.
That just fucks with people. And I say that with all the love in the world because I love home.
Yeah.
It's toxic.
I mean, I told one of my friends, you know, he was like, oh, I guess he posted somewhere on social media. He was like, you know, soon I'm going to be moving out of Florida or something like that. And I commented. I was like, that's the best decision I ever made in my life besides marrying my wife.
Yeah.
The day when I decided to leave Florida.
The decision was made for me. But I think it was God. Because I didn't want to. Dude, I went back to Florida. I got out of Florida the first time on my own. Didn't like California. Went back. Second time it was made for me. It was like, you broke. You ain't got no car. All your clothes fits in 2 blue tubs. All your whole world. You know the big blue. My whole world fit in that. Everything that I owned. And I ended up in this place. And where I'm not where I want to be.
But you're not where you used to be.
I'm not where I used to be. And if I say this, honestly, I'm uncomfortable. But I've never worked so hard in my life, bro. And I feel that it's like around the corner. I don't know why. I just need that one opportunity to have a great fucking night and somebody's gonna fucking see it. And it has nothing to do with being an overnight success. I don't care about being an overnight success. I care about changing my family's life.
And it's about an opportunity. Like you said, it's all about opportunities. I mean,
I'm prepping myself for that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, and it goes back to, like, the way that I grew up thinking was, you know, we're dirt, we're the worms, you know what I mean? And I didn't have an identity in who I was in Christ. And, like, that right there really changed my life. Whenever I discovered the way that Christ thinks about me, I honestly, I mean, I struggle a lot, you know, with I'm not on a day-to-day basis, but I struggle with myself because it's a daily challenge. It's a daily battle with myself.
So we're talking about this with Jordan on Tuesday's podcast, and he's Christian, but he's going through what I went through at his age.
Okay.
Not necessarily that he doesn't believe.
How old is the kid?
He's 22.
Oh, wow. He's young.
He was going through what I was going through. Because I was 22 when I was in, California.
Yeah.
And he was going through what I went through. He was like, I believe, I grew up in this, but I'm not exactly sure what to think of the whole thing. We all go through that.
Right.
I think it's normal. And I told him it's like this, man. In all reality, if he asked me what I think about organized religion.
Organized religion, could you elaborate or explain a little bit?
Overall church life.
Overall church life? Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the showing face on Sundays, talking to the preacher, doing all of this.
Like the program, whatever.
The program.
I got you. Okay.
Organized religion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you're Catholic, Protestant, I don't give a shit.
Right.
Organized religion. I don't like it. I don't like it. I hate it.
Yeah.
But like I told them, once you're a believer, it kind of sticks with you. And more than importantly, the older you get and the more deeper understanding you get, the relationship with your belief matures.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, the way I look at it is just like marriage. You know, you go through stages in marriage and you go through stages in love. Like, I don't love my wife the same way that I do the very first day when I got married. You know what I mean? It's a deeper love now. It's concrete as opposed to okay, the way I see it is this: it's like when you're building your home, right, and you're just watching it, just being built in front of you, and you can't wait to really see the final product. And now that we're in the final product, it's like it's a different because you're living in the home now as opposed to watching it from
now
outside.
You're making those little things that make it home.
Exactly.
I look at it like this, right? Even though I'm not as active as I was in a church, in a building, in a congregation,
right.
I can honestly say I've never had more faith in God, more faith in Jesus Christ and His finished work than I've ever had in my life.
And that's crazy because the way that I grew up, and I kind of think differently like how you do, as far as organized religion, because I don't care what anybody says, the type of churches that I grew up in was not organized. It was very biblically unbiblical. It was biblically unbiblical. I don't even know how to say it. Biblically applicable. But like, what I'm trying to say is this, right? There is a structure that is established in the way that the church should be. And you know, I'm and I was taught that was the way. And then now that I'm in a non-denominational, how do you say it? Non-denominational church. Mm-hmm. And there's actual structure. And for me, that is refreshing because I grew up in screaming and yelling and throwing, you know what I mean? And it's like, dog, like that's not structure. And that to me was structure my whole life. So when I get exposed to what structure is, for me, I'm like, this is how it should be. You know what I mean? It's just a different. I think we're saying the same thing, but in different ways. Really?
I think so. Because what I mean by organized religion, I'm talking about religion in the masses. Not necessarily the church you go to.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people have this view of Christianity that it's dogmatic, that it's, you know, everything's about the structure as far as gotta go to church on Sunday, gotta do this, gotta do that, you gotta serve, you gotta do this, blah, 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 blah. And people... Honestly, the people that call themselves Christian are the ones that are judging the most, right? And people like have a bad taste in their mouth. Yeah. So when people call you Christian, it's almost like they're using it as a derogatory term.
Yeah, or right, derogatory, or they use it to, you know, to kind of be like, oh, you know, I'm better than you are, or whatever, which is a shame. You know what I mean?
Like you know, we've been to this similar churches. We've worked at the same church for a long time.
Right.
But we have this revelation of who Christ is in our lives and who God is in our lives. So we've evolved from going to church and being part of a church to being part of Christ and being part of the body of Christ and body of God.
Right.
So it's like, to us, the relationship we have with our faith is at a different level. Whereas, like, we work because of the revelation. Exactly. Not because of...
Not for a revelation.
Not for a revelation.
Right.
Exactly. It's like, to me, this is an example that I know that's gonna... Sorry, guys. My wife walked in the room and she has these sexy. Where'd you get those at? Walmart putting this stepping their game up.
Can't be mad at you because that's your wife, bro. So it's all good. You have the right to do it.
Anyway, what was I at, dude?
Should I leave, bro?
No, where was I at?
You want some time alone with your wife, bro?
We'll take care of that. We'll take care of that later.
Alright. Pero bañate primero, culi cagao.
Oye, canto cabrón. No te preocupes. What was I at, dude?
I don't know. We were just talking about, you know, the structure and the dogma.
Yeah.
And how we're not working for the revelation, but because
from the revelation.
Exactly.
Right? I think I was telling you, I've never been happier. And I'm working my ass off. I'm tired. I'm not getting as much sleep as I used to. But you know, I wake up every morning fucking motivated. You know, that motivation was like, oh my God, bro.
No, I mean, I feel that during the day, but I fall asleep driving to work, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
But you got a long ass drive, though.
Dog. Especially this morning, it was nice and warm.